Alright. Welcome. This is the real stream. Ooh, look at this. Kingdom Hearts Summer, day 44. This VOD is a separate recording in the middle of the stream because I was stuck on a boss for 2 hours and I decided to skip it. Hopefully, the risk I took in switching over to Sora doesn't completely screw me and make me do the boss again. Let's find out now. Drop. Become Riku. Please work. Don't make me do the level again. Ha-ha! It's saved. It's saved. We're good. I cheated the system. I hacked into Tron. I'm a hacker now. Hacker. Yeah, I know. I had about a 90%. I believed about 90% that it wasn't going to screw me. Now this might screw me though. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, no, I knew. I was just playing it up for the bit. Trying to make the two people who might watch the VOD feel suspense for a few seconds. As they click on the next video and go, oh my god. Is it gonna work? And then they see the next VOD and it goes, oh, it's fine. It's like a cliffhanger, but to a show that comes out 30 seconds later. Critical. I'm playing on critical. That's why it's so fucking hard. Yeah. Alright, the whole reason I wanted to come to this level is to get fleeting figments, which I just got 1. I need to get 3, and I can make the best item, the best character in the game, and gain an ability that will save me until the next part when I meet the T-Rex and get the other one. So let me get this item, and then we will do the story. Sorry that I was stuck in that for so long. Ooh, escargots! They're right here! Escargots! Kill them! Higher chance! 12% drop rate! Yes. That's the challenge, right? Is like, how willing are you to grind? And I don't like to grind. I think it makes it more interesting. I'm not playing, I'm not a 0 XP man. I'm not that crazy. Yeah, see, I'm not a grind person. I don't like to grind. I'm not on Grinder. I don't grind. It's not a thing that I like. I'm a bit of a romantic. I don't grind. Alright. I've done it. Kill this giant bird so that I may summon my new best friend. Alright. Here we go. Which item should I use to make him? Let's look at the guide. And by guide, I mean Wikipedia, because that's all I have. Just to make sure. Escar Glow, there's a thing here that says, like, use this item, and it's the best one. Alright, if I use these things, it does different stuff. Double S is Glow Roll, Glow Spins, Shell Throw. Don't have any others. Drain. Spirit Roar. I don't have any of these. Stop is good, I think. Do I have stop? I have slow. Second best. If you do moves that are similar to the character, it gives them more strength. Stopka. I had Stopka. I don't know what happened to it. It's not here. Alright, I guess I'll use slow. I'll make him a slow boy. I'm never gonna cast this spell. Alright. New friend just dropped. New friend. My little guy. Look at you. You're beautiful. I worked so hard to get to you. He's a wave surfer. Hell yeah. What do I name you? Escar Bro. That's your name. I can yell bro when I'm dying to call you. You're my little guy. I can craft another guy? Wait a minute, I had another guy I could craft. Look at my new friend! Heavy rep. I can make this guy too. Let me see what he's good with. Heavy rep. Heavy rep. KHDDD. Heavy rep is a dream eater. He likes none of the things I have. I can't make him very well with anything. I don't have anything that can make him. Just gotta have to just throw an item away, I guess. Alright, what's something I don't need? Drop me not. Potion. Good. Well, I hope you have fun. Streaming is hard. Pace yourself. Don't overdo it. Also, I usually don't eat before a stream. I usually eat after a stream. That's just a personal thing. That way you don't have to get up to go to the bathroom and stuff. I usually just get like drinks. Bring drinks around. Okay, heavy rep. Nice. What should this man's name be? This little guy. Little pal. I didn't take a good look at him. I didn't get a good name from his face. Slinker. Slinker's good. I was thinking like Herbie. Is Herbie good? Slither. Slinker. Herbie. Herbie Slink. That's his name. Herbie Slink. Herbie Slinky. Slink Herb, yeah. I'm gonna call him Slinky. Herbie Slinky. His name's Herbie. His name's Slinky. Herbie Slinky. Greatest spy in the cosmos. Okay. Change party. Alright, let's try all my new friends out. Let's bring them into the crew. Look at you! You're so big! You're so much bigger than I thought you were. You're my big guy. You're my big guy. Look at you. Look at you. Oh, he's hiding. He's shy. What about you? You're a cool guy. You're a cocky guy. Fun little dude. Yeah, well, wonderful as always. I love you. You're a smart little cookie. Okay. Snacks. Eat. Consume. No, bad. Damn it, son of a bitch. I need more stuff. It's not time to do all the fun little games. But I want to see what they got. Okay. Herbie Slink. He's got boosts. Fyra. Fire windmill. So he's just a fireman. So he's not that important. All these abilities can be got by the other guy. By my goat. So I think Herbie Slinky is just probably going to hang out. Yeah. I don't really need to work with Herbie. Askar Bro, though. Askar Bro has second chance. I must link with him 3 more times and make 210 points. Which is actually pretty doable. That's all he has, too. Everything he else has is just, like, screens. What does screen even do? I don't know what screen does. But he has all the screens. He's the screen master. Okay. Now we can play the game. It only took us almost 3 hours. And now we can actually play the fucking game. Who knew? Let me switch decks to my fun run around deck, blowing shit up deck. My explode the world deck. I gotta upgrade it. It's been a while since I used this. Zero Gravitra. Time Bomb seems fun. I want to try that. Okay. And then give Riku all his new jumpies. Gotta have all them jumpies. I could have sworn I had more blocks. I don't know what happened to them. Alright. Me and you, Ricky, to the very end. Where we gotta go? Head for the city to meet Sam's contact. Doodly doodly doo. Me and my bros, ready to explore till the end of this level. There was a save here the whole goddamn time. There was a save this whole time. I didn't need to do the drop and then panic, and I didn't need to do any of that. It was right here. That's awkward. It's even more awkward that I walked past it. I like that there were people that stuck around for that entire thing. Like me failing for like hours and hours. But then I finished and they were like, alright, I guess it's time to stop. Be back later. Good night. Like, it was a satisfying conclusion. Sorry. It really was like a 2-hour stream, you know? It's like, hey, I had a goal. I accomplished the goal. The goal was win the impossible thing. Alright, hacking, X, Y, fuck. Hacking is hard. Gotta be faster. Alright, I need story. I want some story. Some chests and some story. I don't care about fighting all these guys. I want story and chests. So, where's the city? Did I go in a circle? This feels different. This is different. Sorry. I like these sidewalks. These sidewalks are awesome. You're gonna explode. Haha. Haha, you explode. Gotcha. It doesn't even kill him. Lame. Lame move. Not cool. Fuck. Well, now I can get rid of that lame move. Alright, I'm just gonna walk past him. Fuck it. It's not worth it. I gotta get in that thing. This is the room I started in. I'm like, which way is the city, though? The city this way? It's gotta be this way, then. Because you can take those machines to places. Oh, shit. He's dying? Escar Glow, what are you doing? Where is he? Get up, little guy.
Heal.
Damn. He almost died. I almost lost my little guy. Escar bro. My little bro. Where's the exit here? I gotta find the way out. Cyberbird. This is the way out. I see. I see the path before me. That's the city. I've made it. Progress.
Take this. Drip.
That's the chest I was looking for. I don't need it anymore. Because I already got the stuff from the guys I killed. Lore. I want drink.
Kill some time till I get back.
Sody. Waiting around.
Glad I get to fight more than boredom.
Yeah. You and me both, man. You and me both.
Heal. Drip. Heal.
Yeah. I'm strong. Get up. No, he's frozen. Damn it. They stunned me. They can put me to sleep. They can cast slow. The slugs. The Escar glows can knock you out. That's crazy. That's a crazy move.
You're done. Sorry.
Die, evil bird.
Heal.
Fire windmill. Oh, I missed. Gravity. Hit him. Got him. Good. I'm dying. Oh god. Oh god, save me.
Heal.
Ooh. Spicy.
Yeah. Take this. Drip. Yeah. Ha.
Taste the power of drip.
Ha.
Ah!
Heal.
No!
Yeah. Drip. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Take this.
You know, sometimes I think playing a video game is antithesis to streaming.
Heal.
Isn't that fascinating? If you think about it, God damn. Like the logistics of how streaming works and like how you entertain people while streaming. It is almost like streaming itself, like playing a video game is counteractive to the entire thing that it is that is streaming. That's the crazy thing about streaming. The thing that people stay for, like the thing that's good about a stream is the conversation. Right? It's like the new information being added at all times, right? It's like bits, like being funny, being interesting, talking for hours at a time, and keeping people around. That's what being successful as a streamer is, right? But beating the game isn't really what's important. It's about the journey, not the destination. But when you're in the parts where you need to make progress or the stream isn't interesting, then it's almost like the game itself contradicts the entire idea of streaming. If you think about it. Like if you're just playing a game and looking at the game, that's not a good stream. Even if you're really good at the game. Ooh, good question. That's a great one. That's what we need. What is my favorite Final Fantasy game? So here's the thing. I think it's Remake. I actually think Remake is my favorite. Like when it comes to like having the most fun, I actually think I had more fun playing Remake than any other Final Fantasy. And if I were to say like a game that has like the traditional Final Fantasy mechanics, like the turn-based stuff, I think my favorite Final Fantasy game is fucking Octopath. Surprisingly. Like I'm not like the biggest... Oh shit, he's dying again. Get him. I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy gamer. Like I played it a lot when I was a kid. So like, when I was like 7, I played Final Fantasy 7. It was around then. It's just in time. Perfect for me. My friends keep dying. It's very sad. But when I was a kid, I played Final Fantasy 7 a lot. I think I rented it. And I played it. My dad played it. It was like one of the only video games my dad ever played. And I'm pretty sure he beat it and I didn't. And then when I got older, I got Final Fantasy 9 on the PS1 copy of Final Fantasy 9. And I love that game. I never beat it. I got stuck in the same place every single time. I would get stuck on the 3rd disc. There's a fight with a tree that I could never beat. And it was the farthest I ever made it. God. And then 10 was my Final Fantasy. 10 was the one that was like, oh, I could understand how to play the fucking game. And I'm not an adult yet, but I'm a teenager and I understand enough about the mechanics of the game to be good at it. And also I have a shit ton of time to play it. You know, that perfect sweet spot is when you're Final Fantasy happens, where it's like you're the right age at the right time and it's just like the one. And for me it was 10. I fucking loved 10. I played 10 too a little bit. I know the ending of 10, which means I must have beaten it. So out of the one I've played the most is probably 10. I played 13 when it came out. And I really liked 13. A lot of people hated it at the time. I kind of liked it. I thought it was really cinematic and cool and epic. And I played Lightning. I played a lot of Lightning, but I don't think I ever beat it. I kind of jumped around. I was really excited when 15 came out because I was like, ooh, this is fun. It's like anime emo boys on a road trip. Sick. And it was like that perfect time for that, and I was in college, and I was like, man, I don't have enough time to play this fucking game. I want to play it so bad. So I never beat it. I want to stream that. There's a lot of Final Fantasies I want to stream. I want to do like a Final Fantasy month or something eventually, because I want to play 10. I want to play 10 too. I tried to stream 9 and it didn't really work. I think they need a remake. I think it's too old. And I think I really want to play through all of 15. I want to know what happens. But there's so many fucking Final Fantasies. Like, that's like 4 different games, and then I still haven't played Rebirth or 0. Like Crisis Core, I mean. I haven't played Crisis Core or Rebirth. And I want to play both. I can't play Rebirth until I play Crisis Core. But I've only ever played the remakes on stream. So the reason I love the remakes so much is because I streamed it. It was just so fun to stream that game. It was a blast. There wasn't a lot of people watching, but I just had a really good time. I think that might be why it's my favorite right now. Same thing with Octopath. I don't think Octopath is a particularly good game, but I just really like it. Like, I know it's not a Final Fantasy, but like, of that style of game, I just really like the concept. I still haven't played the second one either. I never beat the first one. That's my problem with JRPGs, is I never beat them. They're so long. This is a fucking hard fight. Yeah, exactly. Those are the ones that I'd say I like too. I think 14, I really love the characters in 14. I really like I have fond memories of 10. Like, that's my, as a kid, that was the one I played the most probably. And I beat 10. I think I've beaten it because I remember the ending. And I'm not gonna say it in case there's people who haven't seen it in chat. But I fucking loved 10. I think 10 is so good. I think like the story of 10 is a really good written story. And I really want to stream that one because I want to experience that story live. And also I want to win at Blitzball. I've always wanted to see how that actually worked because as a kid I just skipped it and never played it. I barely played. Like, I played it a little bit and I was like, I don't really get this. I'm not really good at sports games, so I just stopped. But like, I really want to get good at it. I really want to stream me just doing like a Blitzball tournament. And I want to know what the hell's going on in 2. I really know nothing. Every memory I have about it is so vague. I don't think Riku's strong enough for any of this. I think I'm horribly underleveled.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
God damn, they're killing me in like one hit. That's a sign that I'm underleveled. But yeah, I always mix up the numbers of 13, 14, and 14, 15, and 16. I always mix those up. The one with the emo guys is the one I liked, the road trip one. I think that's 14 or is that 15? One of them's an MMO. I know 16 is the new one. I haven't played that one either. I've seen a couple people play it. I'm like, that looks good. That's 14. Okay, yeah. That's the one I remember, too. I was so fucking excited about it, and then I was just so busy I dropped it. And I wish I never dropped it. It was the moment where I got gamer sickness, where I just drop games and then never play them again. The common disease that's happening to all gamers, where they just fucking stop playing a game and they never play it ever again. I think it's like a common gamer issue. Like, for real. I think it's a thing that's happening to all of us. That's like a psychological thing where we start a game and then we just drop it because there's so many new games that you just never finish all the old games. And you just go back and play classics. Yes, Noctis, yes. There's actually fan theories that he's the Master of Masters for Kingdom Hearts that I've heard. There's some really fun mock-ups I've seen of him as the Master of Masters. And there's a lot of people who are like, the new guy looks so much like him, the new character in Kingdom Hearts 4. Looks just like Noctis. And he's also like a rich kid, and it's like clearly the same ideas. It's definitely worth playing just for the lore reasons. But I've been having a blast with the 7 games. I just wish I could go back, and I wish I had time to stream. But yeah, I like Noctis. I think he's a cool guy. I do remember 14 and being like, yeah, he's very Riku coded. I don't know if Nomura was involved in that game. I know he was involved in Versus, and that the new Kingdom Hearts stuff is stuff that got ripped out of Final Fantasy. Because they canceled his Final Fantasy game. And then he took it and put what the ideas and concepts from it in the new Kingdom Hearts. And a lot of people are saying that he's like turning Kingdom Hearts into Final Fantasy so he could finally do all those things he wanted to do. I don't know, maybe. I think that's conjecture. But I don't know what his credits are on all those. My knowledge of Final Fantasy is very surface level. I really don't know anything about it, to be honest. Like, I played a lot of them, but I was a kid, so it's like vague in my mind. That's another reason why I want to stream them, because I really want to understand them more, because I think they're... JRPGs are a lot better, like Yakuza, too. Like, I've never played Yakuza, and there's like 15 Yakuzas, and I'm sure they're all really good. There's just a lot of really good JRPGs that I never got into. Yeah. From my understanding of Final Fantasy, the reason for that is that the first Final Fantasy was supposed to be their last game that the company ever made, and it got successful. So then after that, they had nowhere to go with, because I think the universe ends or some shit. So every game is just an anthology. It's just every game is a different story. It's like American Horror Story, where it's just like, it's a different thing every time. And the themes of the universe are the same, and the items that they use are the same. So it's just like a completely reimagined world. And then if a game's good enough, it gets a sequel, where they're like, 7 got sequels, and that never happened. I played Final Fantasy Tactics, by the way, and that game fucking rules. I would love them to make that again, like a remake of that. Tactics was so good. Yeah, they got the remaster for 10 and 10 too, which I might get and play, but it's probably not that good for it. But yeah, the whole thing, the whole thing with Final Fantasy is that each one is a different universe, and then there are sequels to each universe, and I think it's just for fun. I don't think I don't think they connect at all. Maybe there is like some lore between all of them, because it is kind of vague, and I bet if you go deep enough in the lore, they are actually all the same world, just millions of years apart or something. God damn it. I wish I didn't get stuck here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go grind in the world. I need materials anyway. I'm severely underleveled. According to the battle level, it says I need to be 14, and I'm like, do you have to be level 14, or is that number means something else? Because sometimes the battle level isn't equal to your level. I think it is in this game. Somebody told me in chat it wasn't, but it feels like it is. I feel like I'm like 4 levels under. So I'm just gonna get a couple of levels while I chat, rather than getting my ass whipped over, making no progress. Speaking of like before, when I was talking about dream games I want to make, one of them is a Kingdom Hearts style game. I've always wanted to make something like this. I feel like there are not enough games like Kingdom Hearts. It's definitely on the list of like crazy ideas to make a game in this style, because like no other game is like this. It's its own genre. And I'm surprised that there aren't other games that use this idea. It's really a freaking shame that there aren't more like this. Because like other games have cribbed from Final Fantasy, but nobody takes from Kingdom Hearts. And I'm like, why the hell is there not Kingdom Hearts-esque games. There's a couple I've heard of that are like indie games that are being made right now, but I'm like, where the fuck is the Kingdom Hearts AAA games, the other ones? I guess it's because in Japan they don't really copy each other. They all have their own unique styles in JRPGs. But like, I'm surprised there isn't any American studio that's tried to take Kingdom Hearts stuff. Maybe it's just there's just no crossover, you know? I think it's because the design philosophies are so different. Because like American studios are like based on tech company design, so they never do anything cool like Kingdom Hearts. Like that's why Japanese games are so different, because it's a completely different way of making games. And I really think like American game studios would do a lot better if they learned from this. It just feels like a huge oversight that people aren't learning from these games, like as designers or whatever. I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to make Kingdom Hearts type games, but this kind of game is really fucking hard to make. This is not an easy game to make. The amount of animations in these games are insane. I know why it was so hard for them to do Unreal, because I've been trying to learn how to animate in Unreal, and it's a nightmare. I can't figure it out at all. It's so weird. So no wonder it took like fucking so long for them to make Kingdom Hearts 3. Because like Unreal is like, the animation shit confuses me so much. I cannot understand it. In my next break, I'm gonna just deep dive and try to figure it out, because it's like, it stopped me from working on the game I was working on, because I'm like, I don't understand this. Everything else makes sense. What the hell is going on here? I'm missing something. Maybe I just don't know enough about game animation or whatever, but I'm like, there's something missing. Alright, I need to kill these guys, and I need to get out of the room after I clear a room, so I don't lose progress. That's my big problem right now. But yeah, I definitely want to do a Final Fantasy month. It's on the list of ideas. The next big stream marathon is going to be Trick or Treats. It's going to be Halloween. I think it's going to be the last 2 weeks of October. I keep debating on whether I want it to be longer. But doing 40 days is, I know, is too much. I'm trying to figure out the right amount. What's too much and what's enough. This has definitely been insanely long. I mean, it's going according to plan, but I'm like, okay, I can't do that all year. That's a special occasion. Just the summer. But I think the next one I'd stream is Final Fantasy X. If I stream another like JRPG, I think that's the next one I'll go to. Just because I feel like there's a lot of people interested in that, and also it might help me understand Kingdom Hearts lore, because they do live on that island. And as little as I would learn, it might be interesting. I might be able to get like 2 or 3 videos being like, do you know this about this guy? You know? Plus, I just want to play it. I want to hear Fa Hooray. I just want to hear the weird music. I keep mixing it with the Grinch in my head, and it's turning into Fa Hooray. And I can just see myself streaming and being annoyed by that. I can just see myself improvising some ridiculous song about how annoying the puzzles are to that music. Because I remember the boxes. I remember them. They haunt my nightmares. Alright, Wave Surfer, go!
Come on!
Ooh! Whoa!
Come on!
That's new. Huh.
Yeah.
Enemies, gimme.
Yeah.
I don't see any enemies. Damn. There we go.
Sorry.
Nope. No enemies. Let's go through here. Where does this go? The bridge.
Yeah. Hey. Ha. Drip. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But yeah, definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think when I would do it. Either November or January. That's my guess. Just based on the timing of everything. One of those.
Take this.
I don't know if I'm going to stream in November. I might stop for that.
Take this.
There's going to be a lot of shit going on. I'm going to be emotionally upset during November. I don't want to deal. I don't know if I could deal with streaming. I think I'd be too political. Exactly. That's why I want to play it too. That's not why I got into it, but that's why I want to play it again. But yeah, I could see that being a thing, because it is like, that's kind of the point. That's kind of why they're in Pokemon. Yeah, because like Titus and Waka are in there, and Destiny Islands is very similar to the islands they live in 10. I really think it is supposed to be 10. Like that's the game they're from. But then Selfie is like this weird thing in the middle. Because Selfie is from Final Fantasy VIII, I think. I always forget what she's from, but I'm pretty sure she's from 8. And she's just there. And it puts like a wrench in the works or whatever, or a spanner in the works. Just this like, she's just there, and it just makes it slightly different. And you're like, this isn't one-to-one. There's something going on here. And it's always bothered me that everyone else is from Final Fantasy X, but she's not. I'm like, why did he put her here? It feels like blatantly being like, this isn't Final Fantasy X, but why else would he have all these people? I don't know, based on what I remember from the lore, I'm about 90% sure that Titus did live on that island. With, like, he knew his dad, he was in that world when he was a kid, I think. I always thought that he, like, knew Waka when they were kids and they didn't know, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Now that I think about it, I think they meet in the game as adults. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it just doesn't make any sense at all. I think it's just, oh, let's just make them kids. If you really think about it, but I don't know. Orange shows up in Kingdom Hearts 2, so like, there's definitely something going on with Final Fantasy X. But I don't know. I remember hearing an article, and I still don't know if it's true, that Nomura only added characters, like Final Fantasy characters, that he worked on. So every Final Fantasy character you see was someone that he helped design. Maybe not someone he wrote for, but someone he had a connection to. Because I remember reading an article where he was like, I felt weird using other people's characters. So I only added mine. Or ones I was a part of. But I don't know. Every time I read anything that Nomura's ever said, it goes through like 7 filters. Where it's like, well, this fan said this in a comment, or like, oh, I read this thing on Reddit that somebody said where they're referencing something else they heard somebody say. Or like you find some Tumblr chain from like 10 years ago that's like, oh, Nomura said this, and you're like, I don't know, like, what? I should really just do like a, maybe not a stream, but I should do like, during one of my breaks, like a deep dive into all his actual interviews, like reading all the actual things he said. Yeah, is he like his brother? I don't know. I still don't remember. It's been so long since I played it. But yeah, I probably also thought that, to be honest. I feel like anytime there's two dudes on screen, I'm immediately like, oh, are they in love? Are they in love? Do they love each other? Are they gonna kiss? And then it never happens and you go, well, homophobia is blatant and everywhere, and there's no way we can ever get those stories back then, so of course not. But occasionally you'll get one. Like when Luca came out and you're like, oh my god, is this like an actual like gay romance movie in like a for real? And you're like, man, okay. Yep, it's always like that. Or it's even, I see that all the time with like buddy cop movies. I actually believe 100% that buddy cop movies are a way for people to tell gay stories without people knowing. Like legitimately, there have been so many times where I have seen a buddy cop story and it is the gayest thing that ever exists, and they always do a scene where they're like, oh, we're not gay, blatantly, and it always feels like it's like one step away from being gay. Every single time. It's like, this could totally be a gay story if you cut 2 scenes out. And I really feel like it's a place for like subconsciously or even like consciously where people can write gay love stories and nobody gets mad about it. Like, I legitimately think it's like a queer coding thing that needs to be studied. Because there are so many cop movies where it's like two dudes and it's like a love story, but they're 2 guys, and then they always say like no homo or some shit. And it's like, if you cut that shit out, it's gay. Every time. There's actually a lot of like conspiracy, bromance. Bromance is the most annoying thing I've ever heard in my life. Bromance to me is the most infuriating thing a person could ever say about a piece of media, because it's like, oh, it's gay, but they're not allowed to say it. That's what bromance means. Bromance just means, oh, this is gay, but we're not going to say it's gay because according to society, that's wrong. We're not allowed to say it's gay, so we're just going to call it a bromance. It's just 2 friends that are really close, 2 bros that are incredibly close, and it's like, okay, that might be the case. It might just be 2 friends that are incredibly close. But if I say it's gay, then it should be allowed to be gay. You know what I mean? If we're not allowed to have, like, romantic stories about gay people as much, we have to be able to fill in the gaps ourselves. And that's why gay people are so obsessed with shipping. Why it's such a gay thing. And why a lot of women ship a lot of gay relationships. Because there aren't enough of them in media. So, like, a lot of women want to get their rocks off, or they want to, like, they're like, ooh, it might happen, you know? So then they make all these ships, but then also a lot of gay people will do the same thing. And low-key read on it and watch a lot of that. And be like, follow it, but not really engage. And be like, oh, this is stories about, like, me. And there's a large intersection of that, where it's just, like, all that stuff. Yeah, and then they do the you're like a brother to me shit. And it's like the historians do it all the time, where they're like, well, they were just close friends, or oh, they were like brothers. And it's like, fuck. Like, yes, brotherly relationships are a thing. And I've had brotherly relationships in my life where a guy is my bro. But also, I've had bro relationships that were gay. So, like, it's not mutually exclusive. Just because somebody's your bro doesn't mean it can't be a gay thing. Because it's like, there's brother, and then there's bro. And those are very different things. I think a lot of people forget that. A lot of people are like, well, they're brothers. They were raised together as brothers. And it's like, yeah, then they're brothers. But if it's like 2 guys who are like, what's up, bro? And they're like doing the bro stuff, like, I don't know. And yeah, they do shit like that they use that excuse with Sora and Riku all the time too. But I actually do think there's a lot of, I kind of can see it. I can see them being brothers. I can see them not being brothers too. I can see, to be honest, I always read it as Riku is gay for Sora and just doesn't know how to say it, and Sora's not gay for him at all. But that might just be projection. Because I had those experiences growing up where I'm like, oh, I'm into a dude who's straight. To be honest, I don't know if it was ever intended. I've always been on the fence about that. But it doesn't matter. Our authorial intent doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. What matters is what you think, not what some executive or what some writer thinks. What matters is what the collective people think. And if just one person says something's gay, then it's gay. It doesn't have to need proof to be gay. If you think it's gay, it's gay. Because it's not real. They're not real people. It doesn't need to be true. There's no true or false. None of these pieces of media are real things. They're fictional. They can be whatever you want them to be. They were just words on a piece of paper. Like, they're not real. They affect you in real ways. And maybe you could argue whether or not something is possible or, like, a real thing. Like, it was intended. You could argue that. You could argue whether or not an interpretation is, like, has enough evidence behind it to be valid. And you could say, like, I don't see it. You can disagree. But I don't think you can outright say any of them are wrong. Because this shit's been happening since Star Trek. Since Kirk and Spock, you know? Kirk Spock is like the first of like documented gay ship in media or whatever. And even before that, there was shit way before that. There's been shit for thousands of years. It's just a lot of that shit gets deleted and it's like, well, you don't know what gay people thought at the time because we had to speak in a different fucking language to exist. Did you know that? Did you know gays invented their own language and it's been lost to time? We used to have our own language to hide in plain sight. Multiple languages, more than one. We've made multiple gay languages over the 3,000 years that we have history of. And there's some academic study on it. Yeah, there's a little bit of academic study on it, but not enough for us to truly understand how the languages were spoken or like the details. But there are references to it in like letters and stuff where they've basically, we know they existed, but we don't know the details. And it's just sad that like, we've existed for so long that we needed to create our own hidden languages to speak and exist in public. And that those languages don't exist anymore. Like we can't know. To be honest, it's part of why I'm so scared about the future of like politics currently. I don't really want to go into it, but the future of politics for us is real dangerous because for 2,000 years we hid in the shadows. We had complete anonymity. And now we've basically been tricked into publicly outing ourselves to everyone in the world. And like in every like Western place, we've now basically told on ourselves. And all it takes is like one fascist coup or one weird law. Like it just takes a couple of dominoes to fall for us to just be completely like killed for being gay, and they know. We can't hide anymore because we've already announced that we exist. And it just bothers me. It terrifies me. I'm sure nothing will happen. Worst case, we'll get, you know, in America, we'll get labor protections removed. And everybody who's trans is going to be completely fucking screwed, which is really sad. And I hope none of that happens. I hope we survive and it doesn't happen. But, like, it's complicated. And I don't really like talking about it because the whole point of this is to escape and have dialogue about other stuff and forget about all that shit. But I just thought it was worth mentioning that it's a fear I have. I don't know if it's a fear everybody else has. But I do think we lost a lot when we gave up our invisibility. We gained a lot. Like, it's good that we can exist and have these conversations in public and be okay. But that wasn't the case even 20 years ago. Even when I was a kid, it wasn't really the case. To be honest, being bi wasn't even a thing I understood until I was like an adult. Like where I grew up, it wasn't even possible. It wasn't even a thing you could imagine or understand. It was so obfuscated and hidden and not educated anywhere that like when I grew up, it wasn't even an option I thought I could be. I couldn't even feasibly imagine it, which is just sad. I was confused for like my entire life because I didn't even know it was an option. It's just I feel like what I do personally with my, you know, when I do occasionally make a video where I'm like, yo, it gay, it bi. If it just helps one person learn something that they wouldn't have known, it's worth it, you know? That's like the good thing I can do with these dumb Kingdom Hearts videos. But yeah. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But yeah, bromance is a fucking a thing and a half, man. A thing and a half. It's a kind of complicated thing. And there are so many movies I watched growing up where I'm like, these two dudes love each other more than anything, and I'm so happy. But they, you know, to everybody else in the world, they're just bros. If you've never seen the movie Bros, by the way, everybody needs to watch that movie who's gay. That movie was so goddamn good, and nobody's seen it. It's literally, like, I think the most important gay movie of the last, like, 10 years. I think it's more important than Brokeback Mountain, to be honest. I think Brokeback Mountain is a fucking joke. I think at the time it was good and helpful and everything, but I think when it comes to, like, how time has changed, that movie means nothing to me. But if I watch Bros, I'm like, oh, this is what we could have had. This is what the world could be like. We could have a fun gay rom-com about two dudes. We could just have that. And it'd be nice. And we could have had more of these. The entire cast is gay, like everybody that works on the movie. There might be a few straight people hiding in there, but it's a predominantly gay cast. It's like the Black Panther of gay people, but nobody's fucking seen it. It was advertised in the worst way, where it just looked like this shitty comedy. And that's what happens every time there's like really good gay media. It's like they either make it not gay in the advertising, so then no gay person sees it, and then all the straight people that see it get mad. Or they make it so unbelievably gay that they make it look like a joke when they advertise it. They make it look like it's like stereotypes and bullshit. In order to sell it to the straight people. But then when you watch it, you're like, oh, this isn't terrible. But they made me think it was. And then the gay people don't watch it, and only the straight people watch it. And you're like, what the fuck? This is so backwards. That happened with Q-Force. Q-Force was another great gay show that's probably going to get deleted off of Netflix any day now. I loved Q-Force. I thought it was so good. I've made videos about all of these, by the way, and I can guarantee you that nobody's seen them. Because YouTube's algorithm doesn't send it to people. And that's part of why I talked about Kingdom Hearts, because at least I can fucking find people. Plus, I really like it. I like talking about Kingdom Hearts. There's so much more. It's so good. I keep getting worried that I'm gonna run out of shit to talk about, but then I do another one of these marathons, and I'm like, oh man, there's a million things I could say. Recently, I've noticed a really fascinating thing about YouTube. I watch a lot of like reaction channels where people react to movies, and lately I noticed that one of the channels I watch is just re-releasing old videos, and nobody's noticing. I watched like 4 of them and didn't even realize that it was the same one they already put out. They just republished it, and it got like 1 million views. And I'm like, damn, you really can just make the same video again and nobody gives a shit. It's kind of freeing. It means that it doesn't matter if I run out of ideas, because I can just do the same thing again, but better. I did that a couple of times. I made a couple of like my old videos, but remade them, and it was really fun. There's a couple videos I made that have like 10,000 views, and I hate them. Like, they're not as good as they could be. And then the videos that I love get like 10 views, and I'm like, I guess that's just how it goes. But then there's a couple videos that I'm like, oh, those got 10 views? Thank God. Those videos suck. I should delete them. Alright, am I strong enough to beat this goddamn level? Like, I swear to God, this has been the worst stream. Like, either this is the best stream I've ever done or the worst one. I've made no progress, but it's been good. It's been a good stream. Okay, where's my level? My level is 12. It said 14 on the level when I joined. So I don't know if that means I'm under-leveled or not. Because battle level is inconsistent across games. In Birth by Sleep, it isn't numbered based on your level. But in all the other games it is. So I'm just going to assume I have to be at 14 to be equally... I think I can beat it now. 2 levels under, I can usually beat it. I've been playing it 2 levels under this entire time, and I've been fine. So I think I'm ready. Part of me is thinking, should I just stop the VOD and restart again? No, I can't do that. It's too much work. Every time I stop the VOD for YouTube, I have to make another thumbnail. And it's like, I love making thumbnails, but if I do it like 3 times, I'm like, oh, come on, man. What are you doing? Alright. My voice is killing me. I'm destroying my voice. I can't believe I've been going this long. It's crazy how many days I've been doing this. 43 days in a row. Still kicking. I mean, I did 300 once. So, like, this means nothing. This is like a drop in the bucket compared to that one. I'll say this. I highly recommend doing an insane thing because then it makes everything else seem less insane. Stream for 300 days straight, then you'll never feel like you're streaming too much because you've already done that. Like, if you lift 1,000 pounds and you can do that once, then lifting 200 pounds doesn't seem like that big of a deal. You know? I want to do that when I make a 7-hour long video. I want to see what that feels like to make a 7-hour essay. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna try. It's gonna be on the second channel. God damn, they still fucking killed me. God damn, dude, this is hard. These birds are strong. I think I have to focus on the birds. Also, I just realized why I'm getting my ass kicked. Kill me. I just figured it out. I can't believe I've made this mistake again. Don't judge me. I did it again. This is like the 6th time I've done that where I'm like, oh man, this is really hard. I need to grind a couple of levels. It's so hard. And then I go, oh wait, my Keyblade. That's why. Why doesn't it just automatically equip the next one? Like, come on. I forget it every time. I wish there was an option that's just like, whenever you get a new thing, level it. Octopath had that. In Octopath, there's a button you can press where it's just like, optimize. It just gives you the best shit, so you don't have to do it. Like, I get that it's fun, but it's so nice to just hit a button and they're like, alright, press this button and it does it for you. Like, every game needs that. That's some quality of life shit right there. That's like adding a pause button to Elden Ring level shit. Leveling up is for my health. That's why I need to level up. What's really ironic is when I switch to Sora, I'm gonna be like the weakest person alive. Hey, you guys remember, like, I don't know, like 4 days ago when I said, man, I think Dream Drop is gonna take me like 15 days to beat. I think it's gonna take me like 2 whole weeks to beat this game. I'm so screwed. And then I beat like a whole world in a day, and I was like, oh, maybe I can actually beat it in a week. Nope. Nope. This is where we're at. Insta death. I hit block twice and I just died. Okay, let's go level up more. We're not done. This has been the grinding stream.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like the plans I had for today. I'm thinking about how I was like, oh man, I'll just beat this world real quick, and I'll get done at like 3 hours of the stream. I'll stop early, take a break, eat something, watch some YouTube, drink some water or something. Nope. Not today. Also, I realized that I don't even like eating stuff after the stream because then I have to go to work and I feel like shit. You should never eat anything and then do something physically active. It's not good for you. You'll just feel awful the whole time. It's better to eat after doing a lot of that shit. But I don't know, because I remember when I was working out a lot in high school and they were like, don't eat after you work out. And I'm like, okay, and then they said, don't eat before you work out. And I'm like, so when am I supposed to eat? If it's not before, and it's not after, and it's not during, when the fuck am I supposed to do it? It's like are eggs healthy or are they not? You don't know. Nobody fucking knows. Everybody you ask has a different answer. They're like, oh no, man, eggs are the healthiest thing. And then you ask somebody else and they're like, no, eggs will kill you. Don't eat eggs, ever. And then other people are like, oh, if you eat an egg a day, you'll be immortal. Doesn't make any sense. It's contradictory information. I think there's one thing I've learned in all my weird research. It's if you hear both sides of an argument, if you hear like, this is the best thing ever, and someone else say this is the worst thing ever, there's no real answer. It's just an opinion. A fact is a fact. When you hear a fact, there's just a fact. But if something has 2 answers, it's an opinion. But the problem is you can't separate that because sometimes there's people who are wrong about facts. And then a fact doesn't make any sense because it's like then they'll just say something entirely wrong. So I guess nothing is solid and you can't know anything. What's crazy about this game is you can actually level up really fast. I'm just really bad at it. I keep dying before I can get my experience. Alright, Meow Wow is going up there. Meow Wow is leveling up. Wave Surfer. Escar Bro doesn't give me the best upgrades, I gotta be honest. God damn it. Like Sisyphus before me, I am in an never-ending uphill battle. But unlike Sisyphus, I get to leave eventually, right? It's more like that bird in Doctor Who, that bird story. The how many seconds are an eternity story. It's that story. You know? I think the people here know about Doctor Who still. The best episode of Doctor Who, Heaven Sent, or Hellbent. Hellbent is the good one, right? One of them's good and the other one's fine. There's Hellbent and then there's Heaven Sent and there's Hellbent. I can never fucking remember which is which. I'm gonna leave and come back. That's my secret. Cap, I'm always leaving. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always grinding. I'm always on Grinder, Cap. I see you're on there too.
You're done.
Surprising. Didn't you go on a date with a girl that one time?
Yeah.
No, Bucky, I didn't. That was just for appearances. And then Bucky goes, man, remember that time I talked about when I talked about Tinder, but it was all gay references? Remember that? But Bucky's not gay though. Bucky's totally straight. Straight as an arrow. As straight as his metal arm. Totally straight. Nothing gay about Bucky whatsoever. There's a great romance. That was actually a discussion. There was a whole thing about that with the actor who played what's his name? Who played Falcon. There was a whole thing online where he was getting mad at people because they were saying that him and Bucky were gay together. And he was like, it's not gay. Stop making things up. Why can't two bros just be friends? Why can't we just have a story about two guys that are like a bro friendship? And it's like, yeah, you can have that, but you can also stop being butthurt about people saying your characters are gay. And just let them say that they're gay. Why can't we have both? Everybody's stuck in these fucking binaries. All the time. Why not both? I'm about to drop. And I can't stop it. Get out of here. Come on, Riku. Escape. I almost wonder if, like, you're supposed to play Sora first. Now that I think about it, maybe you are always supposed to be Sora first. On the next level, I'm going to be Sora first, and we're going to see if it's better. Next time we make it to a full level. Maybe not next stream, but the stream after. I want to try Sora first, because I feel like Riku's is always harder. And his story always ends with, like without the story concluding in a weird way. I almost wonder if you're supposed to be Sora first, then Riku. If there's like a particular order that they want you to play them in. But I don't know, because the dropping makes it seem like you can just switch whatever, it's fine. But it really does feel like their stories have an order. Like, there's more info in the Sora one, in that first level. So maybe you're supposed to do Riku first that time, but I'm just like, I don't know. Riku's is harder. I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I've lost my goddamn mind. Trapped in this endless Tronscape forever, making no progress. Just me and Escar Bro hanging out. Has he gained 200 points yet? I hope he has. I'd appreciate it if he did. Have I gotten any cookies to feed him? I don't know. Probably not. Probably no cookies in Tron World. But maybe. Maybe there was some ice cream. I don't know. I feel like I got a couple pieces of ice cream. I remember getting a water barrel. I remember that. Shit, don't kill me. Don't kill me, please. Save me, Escar Bro. Save me. Thank you. He saved me. You're my best friend, Escar Bro. You're my best friend.
Sorry. You're done.
All right. Apparently, if you combine the two of them, you can get bat wings. That's crazy. Okay. Who knew snake plus snail equals Batwing? Alright. Now it's time for the fun bit. Look at you, little guy. Look at you. Okay, guys. We're gonna do a water barrel. You guys are gonna level up so much that you're gonna give me second chance right now. It's gonna make everything way easier. I don't need it to win, but it definitely speeds things up to not instantly die from every enemy's attack. And it'll definitely make it doable in the end. Shit, I fucked that up. I fucked that up big time. No, they still got points. But I fucked that up. Alright, cookie. Eat cookie. Eat the cookies. The ice creams. Come on, buddy. Eat your ice cream. Eat it. Eat the ice cream. Come on. You're a conjurer. Eat the ice cream. My little conjurer. Eat it. Eat the goddamn ice cream. You son of a bitch. Eat your fucking ice cream. Eat it. He's not eating the ice cream. He didn't eat it. He didn't eat the fuck you. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I give you ice cream, you don't even eat it. You bastard. Whatever. It's fine. Opens once you link with this spirit 3 more times. Okay, I'll do that. And then he'll have enough points by then. That's the goal for today's stream, is to get the fucking second chance. I don't care about anything else now. I'm clearly not going to beat this level today. There's no way. Maybe. I'm so sorry, everyone watching.
Drip. Heal. Yeah.
I try my best. But I guess my best wasn't good enough. My throat hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Ooh, hacker time. I'm a hacker. Hacker. I hack you, Mr. Bug. Shoot your friends and explode. Thank you.
Heal.
Only hackers can do that. I'm like those furries that hack the Institute. Anybody hear about that? I talked about that yesterday a little bit. There were a bunch of furries. Furry hackers. They hacked in and they figured out who it works for the Heritage Foundation. And they cracked the case, and now everybody knows that Donald Trump was definitely involved in Project 2025. I mean, we already knew that, but now there's proof. It won't matter because nobody gives a shit about the proof, but you know, hackers. The fun thing is that gay furries might save America. And that's funny and beautiful at the same time. Gay furry hackers might save America. And that's a really hilarious statement that is a complete and utter true fact. It's great, isn't it? It's fucking funny. That might actually be one of the pieces that turns the tide, that convinces enough middle class people to not vote for Donald Trump. I'm pretty optimistic. I gotta say, I know I'm not supposed to talk about politics or whatever, but like, I'm more optimistic today than I was yesterday. I do think it's really, I did laugh uncontrollably against my will when I found out that the guy that tried to shoot Trump was conservative and was a registered Republican and was a gun nut, and the reason he shot him is most likely because Donald Trump banned bump stocks on machine guns. And that was apparently so much betrayal to this guy that this guy tried to shoot him and he shot him in the ear. Will that help us in any way? No. Will the conservatives think that liberals tried to shoot him and say that Bill Gates tried to put a microchip in his ear with a bullet? Of course they're gonna say that shit. But the truth is really fucking funny that he was actually too liberal for that. That's why he got shot, which is insane. That's an insane thing to say. Especially since the Supreme Court actually mandated and removed the thing that Trump already put into law, which is what he wanted. He allowed us to remove bump stocks to make everybody happier during after the Vegas shooting, but now it's actually been reversed by the very Supreme Court that he added, meaning that he didn't actually do that good thing. He just said that to make people like him more, and then he got shot for it, which is more insane. Really insane. At first I was really like, damn, man, if only it was an inch to the left. Oh, man. But then I heard who did it and what shirt they were wearing and what everybody thinks the person who did it did, why they did it. And it wasn't even someone saying why they think they did it. I just put the dots together myself, and I'm like, ha! That's funny. It's ironic. It's true irony. That he got shot by somebody that he pissed off because he was too liberal. Donald Trump got shot because he was too liberal. Just ridiculously funny to me. When I heard it the first time, when I realized it in the moment, I was like, damn, that's legitimately funny. I'm not happy about all this stuff. It sucks. But like, damn. Also, I feel really bad for Obama because Obama had to teach him how to be president for 4 months, and then he had to go online and say that he was happy that Trump's alive. And I just feel bad for Obama that he had to say all that shit, considering the fact that for like 8 months Trump kept saying Obama isn't a citizen. For like 8 months straight to everyone in the world, he kept saying Obama isn't an American. And Obama had to teach him how to be president for 4 months, and then also say, I'm sad that he got shot today. Me and my wife are praying for him. What an insane world we live in. Just wacky all around. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna kill these guys. Achieve victory in 20 seconds. Defeat all the spirits. Let's do it. I gotta beat this in 20 seconds. I don't think I'm strong enough. Let's see. I used to not care about politics. Just want to point that out. I used to not give a shit. I started caring in 2016. Who knew? I wonder why. I wonder why I started caring. Here's a non-political thing. This is just a fun fact about my life. When I was in college, I was in speech class. And it was 2016. It was the time where they were counting the votes for Hillary and Trump. And I sat with my friends in that class, and we all kept saying, what's going to happen? Do you think he's going to win? Do you think she's going to lose? And all my friends were super liberal people in a liberal arts school, and they all said, she's going to win, obviously. He's running as a joke. He actually ran liberal a couple decades ago. There's no way that he's actually going to win. And I looked at my friend, and I looked at all my other friends who were very liberal and very in their own bubbles. And the only two people in the room were me, the gay man, and my friend, the black man. And we looked at each other and we said, these people are stupid, we are so fucked. And then the next morning, 4 hours later, Donald Trump won. And I remember that day because we all stayed up late at a friend's house and watched the thing. And I remember at speech class ended early, and everybody watched it on the TV in speech class. And we were all like, oh man, what's gonna happen? And we both walked out, all three of us walked out of class that day, and we're like, I wonder what's gonna happen. And then we went to the friend's house, and then that whole night, they slowly lost their minds one by one as they realized that people are racist and homophobic for the first time. And watching the light drain from their eyes made me think, man, I wish I could have been that innocent. I wish I could have not known it was coming. I wish I could have lived such a carefree and easy life that I thought it was going to be okay. And I wish that now. Because me and my friend, we just looked at each other and we're like, these people are stupid. And I made a little bit, and I looked at my friend and I said, these done white, what did I say? I said, I can't remember what I said. Damn, it was so long ago. Something like, white people be crazy. Something like that. And it was so funny. It was so long ago. God. Man, I miss being in the world before 2016. It was so nice back then. It was a different air in the, you know, I don't know if you guys remember, but it felt different. It felt different in the air. It felt lighter. I don't know. Everything seemed happier. But I don't know, that's probably just remembering. It was probably just as shitty as it is now. We just believed it was okay for a while, you know? I don't know. Sorry I'm getting all political. There's just nothing else to talk about. I don't have any topics. And I'm just grinding endlessly as I fight over and over again, losing my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riku. Yeah. I've taken 4 drop-me-nots at this point. When's it gonna end? When will I be strong enough? What level am I at? 14! Fuck it, I'm going. This is it. We're gonna win right now. We're gonna beat the whole level right now. It's gonna happen. Watch me. Watch me win. Watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. It's time. We're going. Where's the exit? Where is it? How get out? How leave? I keep getting lost. I keep forgetting about this turn right here. Ooh, this is new. I haven't been up here. What's up here? Ooh, free chest. Ooh, what is it? Ooh, piece of candy. Nice. Noble fantasy. I could probably make a couple guys. I probably got to that point. Alright. Please tell me this is the way. Okay, what if can I take the ship? I bet I can take the ship right to the city. I bet I don't even need to do all these fights. I bet I could just go straight. That's what this thing is for. This thing is so I don't have to walk around. I can just go, yeah, right to the city. Boom. Could I have always done that? I wonder. I bet you could do that if you haven't been there. Maybe. Alright. Which way triggers the cutscene? Alright, here we go. This is it. My last attempt here. I gotta win right now. Because I only have... Like, I really should stop now, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go... If I beat this, I'm gonna keep going. If I lose, I'm gonna try a few more times, but then I'm gonna stop. I better be strong enough now. You know what the problem was? It wasn't so much me as it was my teammates were really weak. That's why it was so hard. Like, yes, I'm 2 levels under, and that's why I couldn't make it. But also, my allies were super weak and they couldn't kill enough of the enemies, and that's why I was getting blown up instantly, because they weren't tanking for me. They kept dying during the fight. It wasn't just me, it was a team effort. Oh god. Heal, please. Oh. We're all part of a team. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. Everything is great when you're at the right level. Alright, you know what? As much as we haven't made progress, I have learned something incredibly important. And now we will never get stuck again. What I have learned is that the combat level is the level you have to be at. And that whoever told me that it wasn't is completely wrong. Maybe they thought it wasn't because they were playing on Proud and it's not necessary. But on Critical it is. I will never ignore the combat level ever again. Birth by Sleep tricked me. It made me think that it didn't matter. I was wrong, and now we will never get stuck again. Ever again. Never, ever, ever, ever again. I will listen to the levels forever. I've learned an important lesson about JRPGs today, and I won. First try. It was not the first try.
What?
Sam!
Okay. We've made it.
Who's this?
I'm Riku. Sam and I were on our way to the portal.
Yeah. We're the best of friends.
Come with us.
Okay.
Where are we headed?
The portal. But we need a solar sailor. There's one in the underground docks.
Cool. Fun. Flashback, the stolen disc. Sure.
Your disc. Dad. It's gone.
I feel like all
It
these
is.
levels are like 2 minutes of actual story. Yeah, like let's take a whole movie and condense it into 45
She's
seconds.
stable.
We have to go back. Clue will use it to reach the outside world. I can stop him from destroying it if you just let me do this.
You've done enough already.
Yeah.
So what do we do now?
I don't know. Nothing. We do nothing. Be still. Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Jeff Bridges' beard. I'm waiting.
We can hop a solar sailor. A full-on sprint to the portal. We can beat Clue there.
Good. Let's do it. Who's
Let's get her
Clue?
out of here.
Who are you? What is this? Where am I? Everyone is asking who doesn't know anything about the lore. I know the answers. I know. They don't. You see, in the movie Tron Legacy, there's this guy named Flint, and he goes into a computer, into a game machine, in an old arcade. He finds out that his dad made a whole computer world. He's been trapped in it. That's why he left it at the time. Olivia Wilde is an AI computer person who is sentient. And see, Jeff Bridges made a clone of himself in order to run the machine, but his clone is evil. His name's Clue. There you go. Now you're caught up. That's the plot of Tron Legacy. There was a flashback I skipped that probably would have explained that. Actually, let me play it so I can know what the hell I missed. There was a flashback that happened earlier and I skipped it because I was like, oh, I just need to get to the checkpoint. And I probably shouldn't have, because it probably would have explained all the things I just said. Now we get to see. Now we get to see how much of that information came across in what we're about to see. In the 2-minute period of time we're about to watch, what information that I just said is actually going to show up? Let's find out. Father and son. How did they summarize all that?
I tried to get back, but I couldn't get to the portal. It uses massive power and it can't stay open forever. And like a safe, it can only be opened from the outside. It closed on me, Sam.
I abandoned
That's why
you,
I
son.
never came home.
So the portal, it activated when I came in. So it's open now.
Yep.
Not for long. Only 1 millicycle. About 8 hours.
So we go now. We go home. We make a run for it. We get you out of
Sam.
here.
Don't rush.
What do you mean, don't rush? The portal's gonna close.
My disc is everything, Sam. It's the master key. The golden ticket. The way out. And not just for me.
What do you mean?
Our worlds are more connected than anyone knows.
And this is so
Blue
deep.
figures
Kingdom
if
Hearts
I can
music.
be in.
He can be out?
With my disc, it's possible.
And then what?
Game over.
Game over, dude. I want to watch this movie again.
Guy doesn't dig imperfection. What's more imperfect than our world? I can't let that happen. I won't.
So what do we do? Nothing?
It's amazing how productive doing nothing can be.
Yeah.
Clue is planning something.
That doesn't
We've known
explain
that
this
for a
stream.
while.
I don't know what does.
It's his game now. The only way to win is not to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a way to live.
Without me, if the only way to stream is to not stream.
But it is a way.
It is a way. You're
Sometimes
right.
Life has a way of moving you past things like wants and hopes.
That's great, Dad. Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that you should end the stream early
Good
every
night,
night so you
Sam.
can rest. No, not good night. I would just like to point out that in this level, 3 things happened. Is this still this level? No, that's not even this level. That wasn't even from this level. Yes, true. Is that really all that happened in this level? That's crazy. I'm looking. I'm just gonna look real... The grid. I feel like I missed something. Maybe in the 2 hours of grinding, I've missed the plot. But like, I'm pretty sure we showed up here, fought in the light cycle. We found out that their dad and son, and now we're going to the sailor. That's literally the plot that has happened. They really butchered this story. Maybe it's because it's across 2 characters, but I feel like in this game, more than any other game, they really rushed through the story. This has felt the same way in Quasimodo. It feels like half a movie. Because, like, I guess that's the point, right? Like, Nomura doesn't do anything by accident. So I wonder if it's because Sora is experiencing half of the story and Riku's experiencing the other half, and it's all supposed to be a dream. It's supposed to be fragmented and weird and, like, only tell you just enough instead of being, like, a whole recreation of the actual movie. It might also just be that a lot of these movies are really hard to adapt into, like, a game like this. I don't know. It's just a thing to think about. But you are right, Wolf. She makes great music. Did she do all the background music too? I didn't know that. I always thought she just did the main songs. I didn't know she was like full music designer, like full on, like Mark, whatever his name is, Mark Gordon, Doom, or whatever. What's his name? Mick Gordon. Can't believe I forgot Mick Gordon's name. Blasphemous. The composing for music is for video games is fascinating. Because like as a guy who studied like film directing, it's really fascinating to try to understand how video game music gets made. Because the process is totally different. For like a movie, it's like, okay, usually how it works is the movie gets made and then they make all the music. And occasionally you'll get like a James Gunn who like picks a bunch of songs, like a bunch of rock songs, and then he plays them during the movie to give people the vibe. But generally it's just they make the music after. But when you're making a game, there's like so much time that you have to make the music during. Okay. I always mix them up. Okay, so it was two. I was right then. It is. I don't know why I thought Utada's name was Yoko for a second. I think it's because I have half a brain right now.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. But yeah, usually when you compose music for a game, it's actually really fascinating, the order of events. Because like sometimes you'll make, because the game takes so long to make, you'll be hired early on before the game's even done to like make all the music.
The Egyptians believed the most significant thing you could do in your life was die.
True. Very true. She's so wise. Every time I'm on stream, I get reminded of all these things I want to watch, and then I immediately forget everything that I did on the stream 2 seconds after it's over. Like, I can't even remember what happened, like, 2 seconds after it ends. I remember whether or not it was good or bad, that's it. And then I forget every single thought I had. It just vanishes. It's like dust in the, like tears in the rain, dust in the wind. Yep, that's what I thought. See, they get the stuff early. That's how it goes with games. It's the same thing in Japan, I guess. Because I heard some of the behind the scenes of Doom when they made the music for Doom, and he said that he got the stuff early in advance. That was a whole other thing, though. There was a whole bunch of complicated shit with that. He got really screwed over. So that's good. It's always good to have the same music people forever. Like, the music for Doctor Who took a fucking nosedive when Murray Gold left. But then they brought him back for the new one, and now all the music's good again, and you're like, please never die, Murray Gold. We need you. We literally can't have this show without you now. It's a real problem. I got an extra slot now. I can finally have more moves. Should probably have balloon, but I need fire out, so I'll do fire for now. I got a new move. What's my new move? Aerial recovery. Counter aura is a block command. Ooh, exciting. I've never been able to like make videos while a game is coming out yet. So like all this Kingdom Hearts 4 news is like, ooh, more stuff to talk about on the channel.
Yeah.
I feel like the music is important to the lore, and I've tried desperately to interpret them on videos, but it's hard. It's very personal, I think. I think it's just not a thing I could... Maybe I'll make a video about it eventually. It is kind of a thing. The interpretation of music. There's many different ways to read the lyrics. It's like a whole other skill that I don't have, really. Shit, did this whole room get deleted? Damn it, I gotta do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to get both of them so I can merge with both.
Yeah.
Maybe if you link with both, it doesn't count. Maybe I have to link with him like this.
Come on. Yeah. 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 Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
So while you were gone, Wolf, I grinded the entire time, made absolutely no progress, and leveled up to 14. And now the game is playable. So the battle levels do matter, apparently. Now, critical for me anyway. They feel like they matter. Thank you. Somebody said they didn't, and I don't know who said that, but I wish they didn't say that. Got me. You're like, it's fine. You don't need that. Shit. It does. I'm so used to Dark Souls where, like, I don't give a shit about any of that, and I ignore builds purposely because I want it to be hard. But in Kingdom Hearts' case, I'm already on the hardest mode. Why am I making it harder, you know? I think most of the time, I'm fine with being like 2 levels under, but in this specific game, I can't do it. This game requires you to be at level. It's so precise. Really? You mean in this game or in all the games? Well, that's good to know, because now everybody can see that last year I was playing it on an even harder mode. Because last year I played it all on Proud. And I didn't know anything about what I was doing. And I struggled. I thought I just got better at the games, but apparently the game is just harder that way. Like, I know at the beginning of Critical you get all these cool moves so that you can do more stuff. But the enemies do so much damage. They're like insta-kill. Makes sense. Damn it. I missed the button every single time. Shoot him. Do it. I haven't noticed anything. What are you doing over here? I've written using voice to text a couple of times. I actually think sometimes it works really well and other times it's awful. Depends on your voice, I guess, in the moment. Okay, now I'm back to where I was at. Now I can swap this and do this here, and then do this here. And then add the thing. And then go over here and do this thing, and add the new block. Counter aura. When you press A after blocking, you hit enemies. How do I pump myself up to be vocal while gaming and streaming? I don't. I just am this way. I don't know if I'm very good at streaming. I feel like I try my best. Generally, I get up, like, I do marathons. That's my thing. That's what I've learned I like doing, because I've tried all the different things. I tried streaming every day. I tried streaming once a week. I tried streaming 3 times a week. And it just sucks. Because, like, all the time I'm not streaming, I'm thinking about the time I'm streaming. And it feels best to just pick a thing and just go every day until it's done. And I just go every day till I'm done. It sucks. Sometimes it's a little exhausting. It is draining. But I like to think about it like going on tour. Because me personally, I can't handle streaming every day for like weeks. Or like streaming 3 times a week. It feels if you feel trapped after a while. You feel like, oh man, I have to do this. And this is not a way to live. So instead, I just pick a goal. And then I just do that goal. This time the goal was a bit much. This time I did too much for my goal. But it's a transition period to this new style. I still really enjoy this. I don't think I'm ever gonna do this long a marathon again. Maybe I will next year for like the next Kingdom Hearts thing. This is kind of like the end of an era for me because I used to do a lot. I used to do way too much. I had a problem with like moderation. Like I said before, I did 300 days in a row. And that's crazy. That's a crazy person thing to do. It's because I did all of Kingdom Hearts and then I also did Baldur's Gate right after. And I didn't take a break. So I just did like 300 days in a row. I didn't even realize for so long that that's what I was doing. I did something before that too.
Fire!
But when it comes to pumping yourself up, really, I get low energy a lot. And just, I get my energy from the people in chat. Yes. Personally, Chain of Memories is my favorite. It's a weird take, but I'm gonna say it. Chain of Memories is my favorite. My favorite one, like, I think the best one is 2. Like technically speaking, I think 2 is the best overall. I think Birth by Sleep is like the funnest one to like stream and to play. I actually think Birth by Sleep is the funnest game. But I just really like Chain of Memories. I just think it's the best out of all, like, in all the categories. Like, I think it has, when it comes to story, gameplay, and like fun, I think it does all 3 perfectly. And I think some Kingdom Hearts games are more fun than others, and I think like story-wise, some of them suck more than others. But I think personally, I just really like Chain of Memories. I know people hate it. See, I love playing. I love the mechanics, and I love everything about it. I don't usually like card games. I fucking love that game. It's just something about it. It connects to my soul on a deeper level. I don't know why. But I guess that's my favorite, because like there's something about it. I just really like it. It's something to do with like, yeah, it is a little confusing, but for me, once you get down the idea that all you really need to do is just press 0 to counter other people's cards and use a number higher than them, that's all it is. It's actually like really, really simple. They just explain it in a really complicated way.
Okay.
But all it really is that your number has to be high. It's just Go Fish. You're just playing Go Fish. And they made that fun. And I just think that's a beautiful, like, design-wise and everything. I think it's my favorite. But when it comes to, like, what is undeniably the best one, it's 2. I think 3 is in second place as the best one. I think they're, like, neck and neck. I think 3 is way better than people think. It's, like, the most underrated. And I think the one I hate the most is Kingdom Hearts 1, to be honest. I think you know what? If you asked me last year, I would say Kingdom Hearts 1 is the one I hate the most. But now I don't hate it anymore because I played it on this stream and I really enjoyed it this year. Last year, I fucking hated it. I hated the platforming. It just didn't work for me. But now I kind of like it. So I don't know. I don't know what the worst one would be. I don't think there is a bad one. One has really annoying platforming and you get lost in a Tarzan level and shit. But like, I don't know. What's the worst Kingdom Hearts? Probably one of the mobile games, but like I even like the mobile games. I actually thought Dark Road was really fun to play. Like, I didn't finish it, but I found it fun. I just watched all the cutscenes, but I did play it for like a week. And I was like, this is actually really fun. I'm just not a mobile game.
I don't know.
But didn't you write her code?
Some of it.
I'm telling you, Rechain
But
is my favorite.
The rest is just
Rechain is my favorite.
beyond me.
She's an ISO.
ISO?
A whole new life form.
I'll die on that
Cora
hill.
is the last ISO.
Damn. I wish I knew what that
And you
meant.
created them?
They manifested like a flame. They weren't really from anywhere.
They just came into
The
being.
conditions were right, and they came into being. For centuries, we've dreamed of a pure existence beyond our own. I found them in here, like flowers in a wasteland.
This movie is
They were
amazing, by the way.
spectacular.
This does not do it
Everything I'd
justice.
hoped to find in the system. Control, order, perfection. None of it meant a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The ISOs, they were gonna be my gift to the world.
I didn't even think about it. This is a Shion reference.
Good as new. It's gonna take a while for our system to reboot.
So what happened to your gift?
Clue.
You could also connect this to
Clue
Ansem.
happened. He was built to create the perfect system, but endless potential can never, ever be fully realized. Clue saw the ISOs as an imperfection, so he destroyed them.
He screwed up.
No, he's me.
I'm me,
I
he
screwed it
says.
up. Chasing after perfection, chasing after what was right in front of me.
That's the theme of the movie.
Right in front of me.
Look too hard for one thing, and you miss everything else.
Yep.
And then, the people around you get hurt in the process.
Just like me saying Kingdom Hearts gay, Kingdom
Like
Hearts gay, Kingdom
Xehanort.
Hearts gay, and only
His
doing
single-minded thirst for answers created Ansem. We all have a little of that curiosity in us.
that. Yeah.
So if we're not careful, any one of us could create an Ansem.
See, that's what it's about.
Great! They found us!
We've been put on a new course.
Here's the thing about the Kingdom Hearts Disney Worlds. You're right about it being like Nomura handpicks them. They're not random. A lot of people think the Disney Worlds and Kingdom Hearts are like these random things, and it's just like, oh, Disney just picks a list of Disney movies. It's like, no. Nomura handpicks every single world for a specific reason. And there's like themes and reasoning behind every single story change. It's fascinating.
Goodbye.
Cora!
No, wait!
But it also has to function as just like a simplified version of the story that you can follow. So it's like the most hard way, like it's the hardest writing prompt you could imagine.
She's removing herself from the equation.
We can't just let her go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing about
No.
it. That's so crazy. About
Hold
it.
on, Sam. What about getting you to the portal? You shut them down.
I could
from
probably,
the
you know
outside.
what? One day I'll probably make a video
Cora
about every
comes
single
first.
world.
And we still have to get back your disc.
I think when I run out
If you
of
chase
ideas,
two
that's what I'm
rabbits,
gonna
you
do.
won't catch either.
I figured
If
out
this
Arc
is a
5.
father-son thing, I won't butt in. But we should probably get back that disc at least. Before
The
Clue
truth
uses
about
it to destroy
Agrabah.
the outside world. Come on, Sam.
Right. Meet me on the flight deck and get us some wheels.
Wheels?
I
What's your
actually think
plan?
he has complete freedom,
I'm a
except
user.
for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'll improvise.
But I don't know. I've heard different people say different things.
Riku, I gotta save Cora too.
Yeah,
I know. We will.
as a team, we're the best of
The
friends.
disc should be somewhere on the throne ship. I saw it dock here earlier. Over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the underworld's gonna matter a lot in 4. I mean, it's what's in the trailer. And it's because Sora's like technically dead or whatever, because he's like non-existent. That's why they went there, because they think they're like, he's dead. You need to go to hell to find him. I don't know where the hell Kingdom Hearts is going. It could go anywhere, man. It could be anything. I will say, though, yeah, every single Kingdom Hearts world is handpicked for very specific reasons, and Nomura literally threatened to give up making Kingdom Hearts 3 because they wouldn't give him Toy Story. Because it was that important to the plot. It is very important. It's, like, super important. Because it explains it's a place for him to explain all the replicas, how they've upgraded the replicas, why they upgraded the replicas. It's a reason to explain, like, all the meta shit coming up in 4. Like, it's super important to the plot. Yep, exactly. That's why I make my videos. Or one of the reasons, anyway. That's why I keep making them. Because I'm like, normies don't understand. They need to. Yeah. I don't know the specifics. I've never been able to actually get any solid evidence on the specifics. Most of my knowledge is hearsay. Because I just go off of the games and I try not to go off of other people's opinions. Because I did that early on and I was like, no, that doesn't really work. I try to separate opinion from, like, facts and stuff. True. But I think Nomura has full creative control. I think Disney just has, like, rights for music disputes, and, like, they can sometimes do things. Like, I heard a behind-the-scenes thing from someone who worked for Disney on my favorite podcast, Dungeons and Daddies, which I'll say every single day for the rest of my life. I'll plug that show because it is my favorite. One of the people that was there worked for Disney. He worked for Disney Interactive. And he said that when Kingdom Hearts was mentioned, they weren't allowed to touch it at all. Like, it is a separate entity. You are not allowed to be a part of it at all, ever. It's its own thing. Which is true, 1, because it's Japanese, and 2, because it's its own thing. Nobody's allowed to touch it. Only Nomura and the people he picks are allowed to touch it. Because he made a crazy deal at the beginning. Because he was the Final Fantasy guy. And he made a deal with a Disney executive in, like, an elevator or some shit. There's, like, this anecdote that, like, a single meeting in an elevator is why it exists. It was like 2 people who met at the right time managed to make it happen. And then it was a really weird deal. And somehow Nomura managed to get complete creative control of every Disney property that he wanted. He just needed their approval, and he could get all the voice actors from all the stuff, which is fucking insane. Like, the Kingdom Hearts existing is a miracle. Not just like, ooh, Sora and Smash being a miracle. Like, yeah, that's a miracle too. But Kingdom Hearts in general is a miracle. Just the fact that this exists. And I know why. It's because Final Fantasy made a billion dollars. It made all the money, quadrillion dollars. It made all the money in the world. So of course Disney was like, ooh, make that for us. And somebody was smart enough to be like, don't do anything. We can't control anything. We have to let them do their thing. I think that's because every Disney game sucks ass before that. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot more negotiation in 3 because of Frozen and because they had to transfer the models over and stuff. But, like, I don't know. It's a lot of nobody knows for sure the specific details and stuff. The amount of people that they pulled to get in Kingdom Hearts is crazy. Like, when Haley Joel became Sora, he was a big deal. Like, he just finished making 6 Sense. He was like the biggest kid actor in the world, and they were like, "You're gonna be Sora," and he's still Sora today, even though he's never like he dropped off like famous wise, and he's still good. I still think he's great and stuff. He was great in The Boys for like that one part he had for like 2 episodes where he played a child actor. He was on that Sex Ed show. I heard that was really good, or a movie or whatever, that Sex Ed thing that he did. Like, he's a great actor. I think he does a lot of voice stuff now. He was a big deal when he got hired. And then they get freaking Leonard Nimoy to be Xehanort, and they got fucking Mark Hamill to be Ericus. Like, that's crazy. Christopher Lee as Ansem. Like, what? Yeah, James Woods. They just got James Woods to be, because he loves Hercules so much. He's like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. Because they didn't get every single, yeah, Jim Cummings, like, every single one of the, like, Disney voice actors is in it. But also, they just got a lot of people. They couldn't get Johnny Depp, though. They couldn't get Johnny Depp. They couldn't get Orlando Bloom. They couldn't get any of the actors from the live-action movies. But they got Jeff Bridges, I guess. It sounds like Jeff Bridges. I haven't seen the credits yet, but I think they got Jeff Bridges this time. Yeah, I've always had headcanon that his voice changes because the timeline's shifted. Like Christopher Lee, Christopher Lloyd is the new voice because of time travel shenanigans. That's always what, like, a fun fan theory I have. That, like, oh, but, like, I said it last year when I noticed who was doing the voice now, and I'm like, oh, like, after the DLC, time changed, so now he's a different voice. That's how we can justify, like, oh, Leonard Nimoy died, so yeah, they need a new guy. What a great pick, though. That's a perfect pick. Like, oh, we switched from Spock to frickin', to Doc Brown. Like, that's good. Alright, where am I going? Where am I going? What do I need? I have all these moves. It's Doc Brown, right? Am I crazy? Am I misremembering who's who? Pretty sure I got that right. Sometimes I get names mixed up. Alright, can I make a new guy? Can I make a new friend? Oh my god, I can make another new friend. Yeah, I heard that too. I did hear whispers that it's gonna be bigger. I think they're gonna do a whole fucking Disney park. I wouldn't be surprised. Wee Flower. She's got Wave Surfer too. What are we gonna call you? I know what to call you. Weeb. That's you. Looks like you and Weeb are off to a great start. My new friend, Weeb. Alright, have we accomplished my goal yet? We are right at the end of the level. I might be able to beat it before I go. I don't know, I should probably stop soon. I should have stopped a while ago. Okay, open, please. No! Link 2 more times, and I have enough now. Damn. We'll do all this stuff later. There's no time. This has got to be the end of the level, right? This feels very end of level. You know what's funny? We didn't even beat the fucking level both times. We only beat it once. Maybe. That's how behind we are. Oh, God. I'm just looking at the time and I'm like, oh, this is when I should stop, but I don't wanna. Every time. I'm always like, but we're right there. Shit. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts lore is pretty fascinating. Like the outside stuff, not just the lore, but like the like context of how things got made and why, and the actors and like how like the celebrity stuff around it is fascinating. Okay, we got the disc. We put it in the thing. We're good. We can leave.
Sam, go!
Uh-oh. Bad boy.
What are you doing here?
To the flight deck.
But Clue will be here any minute. We'll never make it.
Don't worry. Riku's here to help.
Yeah. Let's go, dude. Let's go. See what I did there? I called him the dude. Come on, dude. Go. Jeff Bridges played the dude. He identifies as the definite article of the dude. Hacking. Alright, do I even need to hack? I mean, what are they gonna do? Shoot me? I've grinded enough. Go! I can do this. I can beat this in the next 10 minutes. I can do it. What final boss? Maybe there's no boss. Maybe it'll just end. That's never happened ever, but maybe once. Maybe. You don't know.
This is mine.
Maybe Jeff Bridges will 1v1 the boss.
Be here.
It'll be like,
you promised
Let
that
Me
we
Solo.
would change the world together. You broke your promise.
Yeah.
I took the system to its maximum potential. And now, you see the applications at my disposal.
It's almost like a metaphor for Ansem and Ansem.
I don't believe it.
You can leave this one to me.
Fascinating how Riku's story is about studying how Ansem was Ansem. Like understanding what happened and the perspective and the things. He is bugging out. Alright. I remember you. This is my ultimate foe for today. Every single one of these streams, there's a different big bad boss that fucks me over. Oh god. Every single one of these. That's what the thumbnail has been every time. It's just whatever boss kicked my ass that day. The Commantis. So it is a mantis, by the way. I keep calling it a bee. That's projection. I don't like bees, as you could tell from my song when I sung about how I got stepped on a bee. True story. I stepped on a hornet's nest. It was dramatic. Hundreds of hornets going nuts. They found like 20 stingers in it. I love that fight. I know it's hard. That Vexen fight is really hard. First time I played it, it was a fucking nightmare. But when I played it on critical, it was fucking easy. Maybe I'm just really good at that game. I don't know. I think it's just whatever the opposite what you enjoy in Kingdom Hearts games. Maybe. I don't know why that game gels so well with me. This is the hardest game for me. Out of all the games, this is the one that's the hardest for me. I always suck at this one. Because it's all about grinding. Like, Birth by Sleep is about grinding, but it's fun grinding. Where it's not so much about grinding, it's about building abilities and, like, crafting. And I like craft. I love me some Minecraft. But I don't like just, like, grind. You know? I don't like that. So that's why this is the hardest one for me, because I feel like this is the one you need to grind the most. Yeah. I played it, like, I loved it when it came out, this game. It's just streaming it, it's the hardest one. I beat the whole thing on 3DS when I was a teenager, and then I played it last year, this same version, the Xbox version, and then again now. I was so happy when they were like, we're finally gonna put it all on Xbox. I'm like, awesome. Finally, I could get achievements. Just a nice little bonus. I will say the biggest waste of money I ever spent was buying a PS5. I bought a PS5 and an X, like an Xbox X. I bought them both because last time I got screwed over because I only bought one. Really? That's fascinating. Then it really is dead, huh? Halo makes me sad whenever I hear about Halo. It's not even that they suck now. I bet Halo, the new Halo is great. I bet Infinite's great. But like, I was a Halo kid. And like, the way that our spirits were broken as Halo fans is just like one of the saddest things in gaming. Where they just slowly destroyed us, step by step, until we no longer gave a shit about the game anymore. After the TV show, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. You win. You've stolen a thing I love from me. Travesty. And then the Fallout show came out, and I'm like, why didn't we get that? You know what I think it is? I think the main reason that Halo like fell apart isn't so much all the behind the scenes shit and like the companies changing and all that, and even just like, I think it's just the theme of Halo doesn't work anymore. Because the theme of Halo is about like deep, it's like, it's about like religious extremism and war. It's about 9/11. Like, Halo is about 9/11. I know nobody knows that, but it is. It was made in 2001, 2002, somewhere around there. Like, it's ironically, the second one is specifically, it's kind of about 9/11. Like, nobody talks about it, but it is. It kind of is. And I don't know if that transfers, you know, across decades. You know? I feel like the theme was lost when it got transferred between games, and that was another reason why it kind of fell apart, because they don't, 343 doesn't understand the deeper themes of Halo. They understand how to make a good game, and they know how the game works and like how to make a good game, but they don't know how to write the themes. They don't know what it's about. I think that's why Halo fell apart. Because what is Halo about is very important. more than anything else, and I think they just don't know what it's about. Yeah, God of War would be a good show. I think we need to wait until the actual games are done, and I think in like 10 years we'll get a good God of War show. Dude, I would love to watch Christopher Judge as Kratos. Dude, I love him. He's from Stargate, by the way, the best show on the internet, the best show ever made. The one I'm talking about earlier. I watched him as a kid. He was probably one of my first crushes. I followed him forever. And everybody's like, oh, he's Kratos. I love Kratos. And I'm like, dude, he was Teal'c. He's Teal'c, okay, for life. Nobody knows who Teal'c is, and it makes me sad. Teal'c is just Kratos is just Teal'c, by the way. If you like how he characterizes Kratos, guess what? There's a character that had 11 seasons of TV about him. His name's Teal'c, and he's awesome. And he's just that guy. I've heard that. I've heard about the whisper. Thank God somebody remembers. Every once in a while, I find a fellow Stargate fan. But you say you remember it, but are you fan? Are you as obsessed as I am? Because it's hard for me. I found one person who was as obsessed as I am in my entire life. And they work at my job, and I was like, oh my God, are you the one? And then I found out they were married, and I'm like, great. Damn it. Because I'll tell you this, if you're a Stargate fan, you're a big Stargate fan. Anytime I meet anybody who's like, oh, I love Stargate, it's the best, they're always like, watch it every year with the family level, love it. But I don't know. I've never met anybody who just kind of likes it. So, that's cool. Yeah, the characters are great. The story's great. I have a very personal love of it. I bonded over it with my dad. It's like very personal. Mostly because the dynamic between the two main characters is the same dynamic I have with my dad. Where Daniel is like this like liberal academic like ethics man. And then like Jack is like this like simple guy who loves blowing shit up. And the fact that there was a Richard D. Anderson, I love him. The fact that there was like that dynamic on a TV show, it just like it gave me the divide between me and my dad got filled because of that show. Because we could see two people with the exact dynamics, but on TV. There was something about it that was just beautiful. We both loved the show, but for different reasons. He like explosion, hot lady. I like ethical conversation. I like the morality of religion and how it applies to like societal changes over time. And he like explosion, booby, big explosion. Yeah. Atlantis is amazing, by the way. If you haven't watched Atlantis, that's a good place to start if you think the old show is too old. Atlantis was like a modern reboot that was so fucking good. It had all its own lore, and it had crossovers. It was so good. Jason Momoa was on Atlantis. That's where he comes from. That was his show. Yeah, it's definitely a watch with your dad show. Because when I connected with my coworker who also watched it, they said that their family rewatches it every year. And I was like, so do mine. It's like the family sci-fi show in like America. I don't know what it is about it. Which is funny because it's like super deep and political. But it's just so subtle about it that I guess it's fine. Alright, I literally have to go. I have 20 minutes now. Shit. I don't know if I'm gonna beat this boss. Focus, Riku. Win this. We've lost track of time. God damn it, we should have stopped a half an hour ago, Riku. What the fuck? What is wrong with you, Riku? Why did you do this? Why did you make this decision, not me? Why? Why did you get stuck on the light cycle race? Why did you grind for 2 hours? Ah. Yeah, I bonded over Star Wars with people too. Star Trek a little bit also. There's sort of just like sci-fi shows just bring families together. I don't know what it is. There's just something about it. God damn it. I'm gonna say unironically, like 100%, Stargate is better than Stargate. Everybody's all like, "Ooh, Star Wars is Star Wars, Star Trek, the war between Star Wars and Star Trek." I'm like, they're not even fucking comparable. Stargate better than Star Trek. I don't give a shit what anybody said. It's better. Yeah. I know it's not an argument anyone would ever make, but personally, I'm just gonna say it. It's better in every single way. The way it deals with, like, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos recently that somebody was making where they were like comparing the two, and like, holy shit, it's not even comparable. Like, the way that they do sci-fi stories is better in every single comparison. Because not only is it in the modern day, so it's like actual humans from our time dealing with this shit, so it's more relatable and more fitting to like the actual metaphors and shit. But the characters are more solid and archetype based. There's only 4. There's not like a whole crew. There's 4 characters. They go on the mission. They do the thing. We interact with the sci-fi premise. It's simple. It's clean. It has a very specific theming and setup around it. It's just really perfect. And I think, like, as a sci-fi concept, Stargate has the best concept of any show ever made. Like, even better than Doctor Who. Because, like, the idea of, like, okay, they're military people going through a portal that goes somewhere else. And they're meeting humans that have lived on other planets. And it's just ways to study how religion affects people over time and, like, how, you know. I love Doctor Who. I love it a bunch. But I just think I think Stargate is the deepest, personally. I just think it is. Like, out of, like, thematically and everything, I just think it's better than all the other sci-fi shows. Because it has because most sci-fi shows don't have, like, a central theme other than, like, Star Trek. There's, like, it's very rare that they all have, like, a consistent, this is what it is, you know? Yes. Now, this is I have 2 minutes, basically, to beat this. And if I don't, then we're cutting into my real time. I don't know if I can beat him. I've gotten close, but I feel like I have to grind on this guy for a while to kill him, and I don't know. Maybe I'm going too hard. Maybe I'm too eager to beat this guy. Maybe I need to hold back.
You're done.
Yes. Sorry. That's the fun of Stargate, though, that it is that. It is like, hop in anytime. You can just, it's like, here's the story. It's perfectly, like, here you go. You can watch it. It's episodic. It's fine. But the season arcs were so good. I actually, like, it was deeper when you look at it at a macro level. And there weren't that many bad episodes. That's the thing about it that was so crazy, is that it's not only is it like, it's episodic and can be whatever, but like most episodes are good. and they're all about different sci-fi shit. But there's always a central thing they're talking about, and there's always the same enemy. For like the first 8 seasons, and then they do the other enemy, which is just a cooler enemy. The Ori are fucking crazy awesome. The whole concept of that, because it's just the same theme again, but actually, like, the theme of Stargate is like ancient aliens, right? That's the theme. It's like, what if aliens kidnapped humans and told them they were their gods? It's about aliens posing as people's gods, right? And it's all about like how religion can manipulate the masses and all this stuff. And then in the second half of the end of the show, they finished the story. They finished the entire story in season 8. Stargate had like 4 separate endings. It ended in season 6, then it ended in 8, and then it ended in 11 or whatever. So Stargate has like this big ending where they've beaten all the bad guys and everything's great. And then they kept going. They got more seasons. And they were like, oh, what are we going to do? And they came up with an even cooler idea, which is, what if the gods actually have god powers? What if they actually are gods? What do you do then? Because the first theme is like, oh, they're aliens posing as gods. And then the second half of the show, like season 8 through 11 or whatever, it's like, what if the aliens were gods? And you're like, what? And it's crazy. That's a crazy thing to do. You're in season 8, your show's already done, and they could do whatever they want. And they're like, I don't know, what if the aliens actually were gods? And that's fucking crazy. Because by the time you get to season 8, there's so much lore in Stargate that they have literally built aliens that are gods. I don't know. Anyway. I'm losing people with my Stargate talk. I think this is my last attempt. I think we'll try one more thing. There's one more thing I want to do before we go. The goal of today's stream wasn't to beat the level. The goal of today's stream was to do one very specific thing. And we're going to do it right now.
Come on! Yeah! Come on!
Ooh. It's an interesting thing to work on. That kind of happens in a few things, but I don't know if I've ever actually seen that. That's a cool idea. Like, there's a pantheon of gods and they all die, and now this is like, all these pantheons died and now they're merging into one. Like, what's left? That's a cool idea.
Come on!
I always like the idea of, like, different pantheons interacting.
Come on!
Because that's how it works in real life. Like, there were so many pantheons that influenced other pantheons. You know, there's this rumor, not a rumor, there's this theory going around right now in history that the Norse were actually the original, like, Greek religion. Like, the original Greeks, the Mycenaean, I don't know enough about this, I just heard about this the other day. But that the Mycenaean Greeks, the Beta Greeks, the original Greeks, that their religion moved into Norway and became the Viking religion. And then it faded to time and nobody knows what those Beta Greeks believed in. And then this new Greeks created a new pantheon. And then the Romans took that pantheon and built on that. So actually, they're all the same thing. Just misinterpreted and changed over time. And I think that's really fascinating and also kind of beautiful at the same time. I don't know if it's true. It's a theory that's going around right now. I just heard about it in a reaction video of all things. Someone was reacting to, like, history of the world, and I watched people react to the history of the entire world, I guess. Yeah, like all religions are just telephone. Because it's like that with like Christianity and like Mesopotamian religions. Like there's that whole thing about how there was a religion where their gods were called Yah and Wei, and then when the Christians moved in, they changed it to Yahweh, or when the Jews moved in, they changed it to Yahweh as one name. So like it used to be two gods with those names, and then they changed the name to just a combo of the two. It's fascinating. All of it is really fascinating. Yes, there's a whole Netflix documentary about that that's really fascinating. Where I'm like, this guy's a little nuts, but also this could be true. The idea that maybe all historians are kind of lying to themselves and trying to keep their work. That there's a little bit of corruption going on with like the human history department, and that actually there might be like a 30,000 year gap where we're wrong. Shit, I can't grind because I can't leave the room. But yeah, every single culture across the world has the same myth about the world flooding. And basically there's a theory that humans have existed for way longer than we think. Because we keep finding evidence that they've existed way earlier than we thought. So there's this very uncommon theory that isn't widely accepted that basically all the that humans used to exist and be fairly advanced, like medieval ages advanced, and then the world flooded and they all died. And they moved across multiple countries in barges on ships, and they found natives where they went. And they basically colonized and jump-started more civilizations. And we just don't know about it. That there's like a whole other chapter of human history where we went all the way to medieval ages and died. And it's like all the shit the ancient aliens people believe, but like actually making fucking sense. You know? Where it's like, no, it wasn't aliens that helped them. It was humans that we just don't understand. It was humans that were smarter than we thought. In different moments in history where they try to find all these points of evidence. But also, just people are smarter than people think. As much as I like Stargate, I don't believe in ancient aliens. Like, the whole point of the show is that shit, like, belief is dangerous. It's the whole fucking point. But, I don't know. It's a theory I've heard. I've seen some documentaries and stuff, and they made some good points. But it also could all be bullshit. Who knows? Because, like, Ancient Aliens is a documentary. Not a good one. But it is a documentary, technically speaking. On, like, a very, very technical level. Could this guy fucking level up? My little guy? He needs to kill enemies. I need to get him somewhere where we can kill enemies. Is there no save here? Yeah. Well, it's like the lizard people guy. Like, apparently the whole theory about lizard people actually comes from a guy using it as a metaphor for a different conspiracy. I don't know enough about that, but I heard that's like a thing. That, like, the whole lizard people conspiracy thing actually comes from, like, a different dude. But these are all things you hear, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck's true. Okay, here's my question. So we can actually beat this before I go. How do they get their Link stuff back? Is it just hitting enemies? See. I just need to link one more time and I can get it. God damn it, I only have 10 minutes before I have to leave for work. I really thought I was gonna end it, guys. I thought I was gonna do a finale. Come on. My little friend. Escar bro, get over here. Kill this beetle for me. Please.
Heal.
Come on, Eskar, bro. Hit him. Hit him. Come on, buddy. Come on. Hit him. Fuck. Hit him. You're so close. Come on. Just get hit by the enemies over and over again. Don't die.
Heal.
He's halfway there. I literally have 9 minutes, dude. Just get hit a couple of times, please. Come on, little guy. All our hopes and dreams are on you. Let's have this stream have a fucking ending and not just be, I say, all right, bye, guys. Sorry, I didn't beat it. Please, Eskar, bro. I'm begging you, man. I can't kill any enemies. I just need him to get hit. Where is he?
Heal.
Come on, little guy. Keep going. I believe in you. I believe in you. Come on. Come on, man. Look at him. Look at that bar. Look at that circle. That pink thing just needs to fill. Every time he does his rainbow attack, it fucking goes up. Just keep doing it. Every time he gets hit and every time he does the rainbow. I just gotta stay alive. Come on, buddy. He's gotta hit them too. Come on. Come on, Fwen. Go. Go. Fight them. Fight them. Do it. Yes.
Heal.
Oh my god. Come on, little dude. Yes. Now don't die. We just stay linked. Me and you. Forever and ever, buddy. We are one.
Heal.
Okay. I just have to... I don't think I have to do anything. I'm just gonna kill somebody. Not die.
Come on. Take this.
Just going until it runs out. And then I'm gonna take a drop me not, and then we're gonna get the ability we've wanted this whole time. Come on. I have 7 minutes until I have to leave for work. Okay. Give me the drop me not. I also just realized that there's no save, which means I have to beat the boss on my next try or just keep hitting retry. Okay. Here we go. Just so that this has an ending. It's probably gonna get deleted, but who knows? Here we go. Huh? Huh? Oh! The ultimate power in the universe is mine. Mine! Mine! Where is it? It's not as epic as I thought it would be, but look. Second chance. You will always retain 1 HP after attacks that would otherwise finish you off. Unless you are already down to 1 HP. Nothing can kill me now. Nothing. One more attempt on the boss and then I'm leaving. I have literally 5 minutes to end this stream and run and get dressed and run to work. I don't have 5 minutes to make it to work. I have 5 minutes until I have to leave for work. Also, I forgot my drop me not. God damn it. I forgot to take it, and now I have it in my pocket, and I don't have cure. Oh, no, I do. I do have cure, but I'm going to drop. You know what? This is a good thing. I can save.
Fire! Heal!
You know what? We have done it. Alrighty then, guys. This was fun. I tried my best. Sorry if it wasn't the most epic ending, but we've gained ultimate power and we've saved the game right in the final boss fight with ultimate power. So hopefully we get to keep that if we die. If not, I'll have to get it again, but whatever. We've done it. We've finished the stuff. I have 4 minutes now to leave. So I hope you guys had a good time. I think we did a lot of fun things. We grinded our asses off in that arena, in that light cycle battle for 2 fucking hours straight, and we won. And then we grinded yet again and rambled about nonsense until we got to the end of the level. This has been the least progress I've ever made in a Kingdom Hearts game, but also some of the most fun I've had streaming. So take it or leave it, I guess. Probably gonna be really boring to watch as a viewer. But also, nobody watches my VODs anyway, so who cares? Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow, where we will actually beat this level with both characters and get to the next one and maybe even beat that one. We're making progress every step. We got second chance. Nothing can hurt us. Maybe next time we'll get once more. Probably not, but maybe. Anyway, bye. Bye.
Bye! Bye!